one. Okay. She's one of the most sought-after actresses in Hollywood, one of the busiest producers as well. Latest movie, 2 weeks' notice, opens this Friday. Here's Sandra Bullock. Sandra Bullock is here. Look how good you look.
I feel good. Do you?
Yeah, I'll bet
the second time I've seen you, like, in a week. I was right across from you at La Boheme.
La Boheme,
yeah. You were our star sighting.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Did you like La Boheme?
I did. My mom did the opera. So it was just kind of nice.
Her mom was an opera singer. I bet you, so you've seen this one before.
I have. Sometimes I've seen it done poorly. And sometimes I've seen it, but it's great. It's, you know, opera's kind of hard to go watch, but the nice thing is that they've made it so you can go, and you don't realize it's opera.
Right. Yeah, I was going to ask you, what do you think of the changes?
I love it. I love it. I think, you know, just, it's okay to make things contemporary, to make people, you know, because who would normally go see an opera?
No,
and
that's
the great thing about it.
Now, do you sing? Because your voice, you have a
It's a little annoying, I know.
Like, no, it sounds like it would be the voice of a singer.
No, it would be a loud voice is what it would be. No, I do have a very loud voice, but, you know, my parents were so great at what they did that you can't really imagine living up to opera singers. Like, you know, like, no, I can't do it.
Your dad was an opera singer?
Yeah, he was also, before he became a teacher,
Boy, so you moved
loud household.
From gig to gig, huh?
Yeah, we did from like opera to opera. It's kind of like rock group, except we didn't have the bus.
Did they sing at home?
Yeah, they taught in our basement. So we had loud screaming coming from the basement, which nowadays would probably be investigated, but now, you know, then it was kind of uncool.
Did your mom have like corsets with big cleavage spilling over?
She was my size, so given this, there was not a lot spilling over, but, you know, with contour, anyone can spill over anything.
Yes, I know.
But she did have all these great gowns in her closet with lace up that we would run, you know, my sister and I would put on, and it was pretty great. Great childhood to have.
Did you start out here in New York City with your career?
Yes, I did. This is where I got my start. Waitressing, you know, bartending, getting backstage.
Any restaurants we would know now?
Well, they're all awfully closed down.
One by one, you closed them down.
One was kind of, I think, almost maybe possibly a crack den. Yeah. There was a lot of mysterious smoking going on up the stairwell with like little vials and a lot of dudes that were really laid back. And I didn't really realize what that was, but there were a lot of suspicions. But, you know, looking back, I had such a great time. I mean, I didn't know any different, so it was just money.
And then what was your first legit job?
I had this very powerful and moving episode on a movie of the week for a very very good show called The Bionic Showdown.
The Bionic Showdown?
I was gonna... That's so cool. Oh, stop laughing over there. I was supposed to be the new Bionic girl. They were trying to resurrect, but apparently...
Bionic Woman, which was like the greatest show ever.
I mean, when you were a kid, I would run in the backyard. I'd be like... You know, exactly, and you'd make the sound, and apparently I didn't do so well.
You didn't get it?
I got it. But it didn't get picked up. It was supposed to go into like a TV series, and I apparently failed the network.
So what you did was you closed a lot of bars down, and you took one show off the air. But it was the beginning.
I had to work my way up. I had to pay my dues, and that was paying my dues. Absolutely,
good for you. Well, it's all paying off now. We'll be right back in a moment. Sandra Bullock, take a look at this. This is your look-alike. These are your look-alikes.
Oh, my God.
Look at these look-alikes.
Oh, my God. She could be Liv Tyler's look-alike.
Yeah. I don't know. Are we getting close at all here?
There's one. You know, we decided that I looked more like you than the look-alike.
Are they here today?
No. This is from the past.
Did you have to Grant's look-alike too?
No, we didn't
We
do
only
you,
have
Grant.
Sandra Bullock look-alike.
No one looks like you. He's his own
What about you, Grant?
He's adorable.
You produced this movie. You were the big shot. You were the one who
taking care of Hugh's needs.
Right.
Not all of them.
But let me ask you why you picked you. You could have made your choice with any man, any actor in America.
We begged you.
Why you?
Hugh and I, like 3 years ago, talked about working together because, you know, comedy is hard, but you always dream about having someone, like in the 30s, they had a rapport. It was all about them, and I'd always wanted to do, like, an old 30s romance. Like, what happens when it's right there and you just can't say it? And most people are too scared to just say, I'm so crazy about you, and the person, if they said, I don't love you, your whole life falls apart. So.
Well, you're right. There is nobody quite like you, Grant, in movies today.
No, he's so special. He's the perfect movie star, and he's just like, you walk into a room and you watch women just swoon, and the men like him too. He's just a good, and he's so smart.
Now let me ask you something.
He's sort of like, he's like the Meryl Equivalent of her.
Not really.
Yeah,
He's
because
smart.
you're the same thing, because men want you and women like you. So it's the same.
Men want the woo-woo.
But yeah, she's the executive producer.
Yes, I mean, and so that's a very
Yeah.
powerful. Now, people tell me that you got to like this producing
I
situation.
do. I just like being a part of the fun, and it's sometimes not fun, but I just don't feel like I need to be.
People fired. Come on, tell us honestly.
Yeah, no, I've only had to fire somebody once, and it was not easy. You have to do it to their face.
Oh,
It's not.
that's
But I just like not having to get in the hair and makeup, and it not being about me selling the movie, or it's like the George Lopez show. It's great to watch him shine, and I'm behind him going, George, I think you should do this. He's like, shut up. But we make it sound like I have some sort of influence, you know. It makes me feel powerful.
Well, good for you. Now, so much for your professional life, but what about your juicy personal life?
My juicy woo personal life.
Yeah.
Tell us about the woo.
Got any woo-woo going on?
Good woo going on, yes?
Would you like a little woo-woo?
Are you offering?
No, we got little Romeo here. I got a guy for you, little Romeo. He'll take care of you.
We shot it up in the back. My juicy personal life is very good.
Oh, good for you. Now, Sandra, are you living in Texas? Because
I have a place in Austin. I have a place here. Yeah.
you're renovating the place
I'm
here.
renovating my place. We're almost done, and it's so magnificent. I've always had a place here, but I just kept moving because I could never do.
Good for you.
But
And how long did it take you to get this completed?
About a year and a half, because the renovation is only so many craftsmen that can do, because it's from 1836, so they're restoring everything basically by hand, stripping it and fixing it. It is so beautiful. It's like, it's great to be a part of New York history where you know this was built here in 1836.
Any famous people lived there over the years?
I don't know. I think a couple influential people did live there, government officials.
Wow.
But where do you live? Like, you're not staying in the apartment.
No, I've subletted more apartments in New York City.
Waiting to get this one done.
Exactly. I should have been circling my
Waiting, please get it done.
Yeah.
Well, this is a romantic comedy. We're looking forward to this one. Boy, this is going to be a nice relief for all the heavy stuff we have going on now. And in this particular movie, he is a real estate developer, a powerful real estate, and she's an attorney with an eye towards...
She's a very Greenpeace granola girl who's been taking it, yes.
And in this particular scene, she is working George's second divorce settlement. Take a look at this.
I'd like to discuss the terms of the settlement.
Terms have already been set, Buzz. It's a little thing we like to call a prenup.
Lucy, we've been through this enough times to know that a prenup doesn't preclude certain recompensatory
In
amendments.
plain English, Buzz, although I can also follow you in German and Japanese if you prefer.
She wants double the alimony.
No way. Überhaupt nicht. Ton Damanai.
Given the situation under which the marriage was terminated, it's not an unreasonable
You're referring to the alleged infidelity, are you not?
Alleged? He was having sex with her in our bed.
Well, I knew how worried you were about getting anything on that sofa.
It opens this Friday. 2 weeks' notice. Hugh Grant and Sandra Bullock, everybody. Thanks, Sandra. Thanks very, very much. Little Romeo coming up next. We'll be right back.